Alabama and Coach DeBoer are at it again. Another big-time prospect. Abdullah Sanders Jr. is the seventh guy to commit to Alabama. Coach DeBoer and this 2025 class. We're going to talk about that and more. A lot of momentum in Tuscaloosa right now with this new coaching staff. Alabama, still Alabama, even without Nick Saban. Roll Tide, everybody. Let's get this thing started. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It's a great way of saying Roll Tide. And make sure you hit the bell so when stuff like this happens and we drop a video, you get a notification. Let's get this party started. What do you say, everybody, with big, sexy Elmo, Mr. Brett Elmore. I'm Mick Gillespie, at Broadcaster Mick, at Brett Elmore Show. And, Brett, we had to jump on and put a video out immediately because Nick Saban made a habit of this. We didn't know what was going to happen when he left. Kalen DeBoer has hit the ground running, and he's done it again. Back-to-back days with blue chippers that are saying, hey, I'm coming to Alabama. And after it was Darrell Duke Johnson, now Alabama, and you're going to talk about the huge weekend, has Abdullah Sanders Jr., four-star, as their seventh commit. Tell us about Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders, from what I understand, unofficially visited Alabama earlier in the week, and he's a 6'2", 210-pound four-star linebacker from Compton, California, Santa Ana area, Mater Dei High School. And Mick, this is another big get for Alabama. Wrestled this guy away from 18 other schools. He had 18 offers standing on the table. Tennessee, Ohio State, Auburn, all in the mix for this guy. He's tabbed as the number 31 prospect in California in the 2025 class. And the number 36 linebacker. This, you're right. The coaching staff's hitting the ground running, and especially for the future, Sanders, he's the latest to this pledge class for 2025. And he's joining folks like Anthony Rogers, from Montgomery. You know, we've talked about Coach DeBoer doing a great job in the state. Antonio Coleman from Saraland, Miles Johnson from Bruton, Derek Smith from Selma. But, you know, he's also reached out. Now he's back into California with this pickup. Darrell Johnson from Georgia. Zamir Smith, we talked about him the other day from up in Maryland. So currently this 2025 class sits at number 10 in the nation, and a lot of a long time left to recruit. But this is all a part of what Coach DeBoer is doing, and like we mentioned, it's going to be a big weekend. It looks like for Alabama. As one of the top offensive tackles will be making a visit. David Sanders, he's visiting Saturday. Had a visit today from a big-time running back in A.K. Deer. Also Saturday, another linebacker coming in to visit Ty Jackson. And also supposed to have a commitment at some point from Darrell Johnson, who's also a linebacker, number 3 linebacker, I do believe. So a lot of news happening out of Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, no doubt. You mentioned it's 6'2", 215. You're talking about a guy that had scholarship offers from Florida, Miami, Ohio State, Tennessee, Texas A&M, UCLA, Washington, and others, right? But it's great. I mean, for whatever reason, there's a pipeline here, right? This is the same high school that brought us Bryce Young and Ricks and Brown, you know, and then of course Jackson, who transferred from USC. So Alabama has just had a connection with this high school. But the other thing, and you mentioned it, is you feel all of the momentum now where players were like, hey, what's it going to be like without Nick Saban? Is Alabama going to be worth going to without Coach Nick Saban? And they've come to practice. They've gotten to know the guy who has showed up and been fantastic, and that'd be Kalen DeBoer. And just like Nick Saban, Kalen DeBoer wasn't from the South, but he connected with people and he connected with families and he understands the business. And his coaching staff has done a great job of that as well. And every day, every time we turn around, someone else is saying, hey, I'm not going to miss this opportunity, not only to be part of this dynasty at Alabama, but to have a good time doing it. The vibe at practice has been great. The players have really enjoyed all of the fun that they watch. The guys, when they come to town and they're sitting on the sideline, they're like, hey, this is something that I want to be a part of. And I think these are big deals. I mean, the recruiting hasn't dropped off at all.
No, not one bit. And yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what the connection is there with Mater Dei. Coach Frank McManus is the coach there, and this is just a school that has produced some great athletes and have been sent our way here as of late. And I love it. I love the pipeline, and then keep them coming because this is a championship caliber program. Matt Leinart played there. But this is a championship caliber program and great to have a pipeline there. But you're right on the fun that the players are having. And we have people transferring back in.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I love the fact that we got Proctor, and then the fact that Ohio State was really worried about Downs. Enough so that we're seeing like pictures of them. They didn't worry about it. You wouldn't have seen any of that stuff. Hey, you're not leaving, are you? I mean, you got the money, right? We can pay you.
Yeah, that check cleared, didn't it? Yeah. Check cleared.
Look, there's only one Alabama, and I'm just telling you, I've been everywhere in this country. I've been from one state, from Hawaii all the way up to the great north and the East Coast and everything. Alabama is a special place, and these guys are going to find out the hard way that transferred out that there's only one Alabama.
Right.
But what we're seeing with this new coaching staff is they went through the Nick Saban's leaving. Oh my goodness, what are we going to do? And now all the momentum is going their way. And you mentioned that list of visitors. It would not surprise me if Alabama doesn't continue to drop 4- and 5-star commitments over this next week or two.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll be doing more videos like this.
Yeah, no doubt. So Sanders joins Duke Johnson as 2 4-stars that have committed to Alabama for the class of 25 in the last 2 days. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us here. We'll keep an eye on the recruiting. I think it's fantastic what we're seeing with Coach DeBoer and the momentum that this staff has had. And it's just another example of what's going on in Tuscaloosa.
And just a reminder, I know March Madness is going on, and you're looking at 2 guys with perfect brackets. Only 15% in the country with perfect brackets.
Hey,
these 2 guys.
I love it. All right, for Big Sexy Elmo, Brad Elmore, I'm Mick Gillespie. NewLifeArt.com. Don't forget, they brought this video to you, and that includes the 4th and 31 print, which is out right now. 15% off when you use that promo code. Roll Tide, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll talk to you again soon.